Good morning, folks. Welcome to QuantSap. This is Vicky Sajnani. Let's get started with the morning market brief. 18,118 thereabouts. We shut shop on Nifty 50 futures. 42,745. We shut shop on Nifty Bank futures. Well, the SGX Nifty is pointing to a 29-point cut as we speak. 18,100 thereabouts is the expected open. Looking at the charts, well, supported at 17,831. Of course, intermittent psychological level of 18,000 is prevalent, and 17,500 is the next major support. So you have three supports: 18,000, 17,831, and 17,500. On the higher side, you have 18,374 and 18,500. 18,800 as the major levels for Nifty. Nifty has been packed in a range for quite some time as of now, with the volatility also dipping by the day. Eyes are cast on the budget, I guess. That's when the movement will happen. And you have these two major levels which need to be surpassed for either side move. Well, looking at the futures built up, you have seen some amount of small, long unwinding out there, but not a substantial one. Well, looking at the open interest picture on an overall basis, you are seeing a mixed bag there. You're seeing shorts also, you're seeing longs also. So no clear directional cue from here. Looking at the open interest from options, 18,000 is a stiff support zone with the put writing, but then there is substantial call writing also out there. So that's that's 18,100, which has a substantial call writing and put writing. So that's that. And 18,000 level is where the put writing is substantial as such. The next one. So you have major supports at 18,100, 18,000. And then it's a little away at 17,900. So you have actually a set of supports, but then the amount of open interest which is there on the put side is kind of limited as compared to call OI. So the call writing has happened substantially at 18,200 and then 18,300 levels and then 18,500 levels. So you have a concentration of resistances on the higher side, and you have reasonable amount of support zone also on the lower side, which is clearly indicating a mixed bag and a kind of a upcoming volatile regime, which is going to be possible. Looking at BankNifty, 42,000, 41,640 is the major levels on the lower side. 43,000, 43,710 major levels on the higher side. Again, this is packed in a range. You had seen a bear candle which was formed yesterday, but on an overall basis, I think it still needs an impetus or a strong support zone break or a resistance zone break for a gusto move as such. Well, looking at the open interest from the futures end, you've seen long unwinding there. But then on an overall basis, what we are seeing is a mix of shorts and longs coming in. So that's that. Looking at the open interest, 43,000 and 42,500 are the major levels. One on the higher side. 43,000 on the higher side is a major level where you have substantial call writing. And then you have 42,500, which is the major support zone with the put writing out there. Well, PVR, Tata Motors, Maruti are the three top gainers yesterday. Syngene, RBL Bank, Tata Com, top losers of the day. Index contribution sectorally, we are seeing autos contributing 13.85 points on the positive side. Metals contributing on the negative end, 8.37 points. Private banks are kind of silent, 4.35 points negative contribution. Oil was negative contribution, 15.46 points. All in all, a mixed bag situation, but then more negative contribution than positive contribution on an overall basis when you see the Nifty sectoral wise contribution. Well, built ups on the sectoral basis, auto on the long side, PSU banks, infra, realty on the short side. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to Option Symposium 5.0. The earlier two symposiums were held in a virtual manner due to COVID. This is a physical event which is going to be happening on the iconic stock exchange on the 11th and 12th of February. So it's going to be an amazing event and 10 plus option strategies for you to dabble with immediately after the 11th and 12th, that is. So there is a lot of actionables which is going to be discussed out here. Apart from that, panel discussions and meetings with networking and meetings with variety of industry professionals out there. So in order to register, I would say go to www.optionsymposium.com, or there could be an icon popping up on the right hand corner, which you could click on register now and register there. Sponsors are Alice Blue, Espresso, M-Stock, 5 Paisa, and Ricky. Well, moving on. Result calendar. Cipla, Tata Motors, DLF, Dr. Reddy, Bajaj Auto, Dixon, Torrent Pharma, and IGL. So these are, so we have a packed up day today also with respect to the results session. As far as stocks are concerned, Concord is something which you have a support zone close to 680, and as its position, it looks like there could be pressure on this counter. Next major support around 660, 659, and on the resistance one, 694 and 717. So there could be a pressure on this counter, but RSI looks like it's entering the oversold zone. So there could be a minor pullbacks, but then I think on the major support zone is around 680, 679, 675, sorry. 675 zone is there. And if that gets taken out, that's when the pressure builds up on this counter. So we've seen a short coming up in Concord as far as futures are concerned. Looking at the OI picture, you have substantial OI there at far away at 750. And put OI is at close to 680. And then 640, 650 zone. The other stock on the radar is Ambuja Cement, which has been under pressure. So 487 could be taken as a support zone for this. And the next major support is around 460. Resistance being at around 520 and 540. So the counter could be under pressure. That's the scenario which we're getting. You saw some amount of long unwinding there in this counter. Looking at the open interest from options, you've seen some amount of call unwinding which is continuously happening across strikes, and put it's close to 500 put is having a substantial OI there. So that's going to be the support zone, followed by 480 levels and 450 levels. On the resistance front, you have 520 and 550 as the major levels, I guess. And of course, you have intermittent calls which have been written. There's some amount of unwinding also happening out there. On the band list, No records found as of now. No scripts in the ban list or possible entry in India Bull Housing Finance. Well, before I wrap up the session, I would like to highlight to you, please consult your financial advisor before participating in derivatives, and also follow a strict stop loss while trading in derivatives. So we discussed about Nifty, Bank Nifty levels. Sectoral long built up, we discussed as auto. Short built up sectorally was visible as PSU banks, realty and infra. Well, the two stocks were Concor and Ambuja Cement, and no stocks in the ban list. Well, that's it from my side. Wish you happy trading and all the best.